Hi guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see any future content. Also, make sure to follow my socials in the description. And if you want to debate sometime, just add me on TikTok and send me a DM. Thank you.
You're not winning me over on this one, so let's move on to topic 2.
I know you're actually incapable of listening to anything I said or any of the evidence that was
I know
brought to
you're
the table here. I
actually
showed you the fake
capable of having a
electors. I showed you the
prefrontal
Eastman
cortex
memo.
to make
I told you
decisions.
exactly how the electoral college works. I told you exactly what Trump's illegal scheme to make himself president was, because he didn't actually care about the democratic system of this country. He fucking hates democracy, he just wants to get himself in power. And your entire thing is, well, I don't believe it. Well, that's just a cope, bro. Explain to me why is it a cope? What have I said that's wrong? Okay. Do you disagree with one of the prompts?
Let's see. Yes, I disagree with all of them. Which one would you want to talk about the most?
We can start with number 1 and we can go down if you'd like to.
Number 1? All right, so if he hates democracy, do you think he hates the system that got him the popular vote that made him president?
Yeah, I think that's pretty apparent. We look at things like his fake elector scheme, J6, where he tried to illegally make himself president, borrowing the actual popular vote in 2020 for Joe Biden. I think that's...
Wait, how did he try and illegally make himself president?
Yeah, do you know what the ECA is?
He won the election. You understand that, right?
Okay. I'll get to you next, dude. I'm gonna drop you down.
Actually, and Kamala didn't win.
I'll keep you up here for a second. So, do you know what the Electoral Count Act is basically what governs how the Electoral College works, and what Trump and his lawyers, John Eastman, who was one of them, cooked up was a scheme where basically they submitted fake electors, right, on January 6th, and then Mike Pence would use those electors as an excuse to unilaterally for real electoral votes, which is completely entirely against the Electoral Count Act and ECA process by which you do it. And basically by him doing that, it make him president. So I think that's a pretty blatant example of him not caring about democracy.
Okay, well, so as far as caring about democracy, what do you think with the whole mail-in ballot scheme that happened in 2020? Do you have any thoughts on that?
What mail-in ballot scheme?
Okay, so you don't have any thoughts on that. Let's move on to topic 2.
No, what mail-in ballot scheme?
The fact that mail-in ballots are incredibly insecure, and that there were plenty of discrepancies.
Okay, so can you show me Okay, so
no, I'm not going to show you anything.
Well, can you give me evidence of no, just real quick. No, I'm making
dinner right now, so I'm not going to be scourging the internet for evidence. That's why I said let's move on. Let's move on to topic 2.
You can concede the point, and then we can move on. If that's okay.
You can concede your fucking mom's pussy, and then we can move on.
Dude, you don't crash out already. We're 5 seconds. I've been live for 5 minutes. You're already crashing out on me. I'm asking for evidence of outcome to voter fraud when it comes to mail-in voters.
If you think
insulting me already, what's happening?
Is a crash out, you are the epitome of Gen Z.
Look, the reality is that Donald Trump and his crackpot lawyers, Eastman, Cheeseborough, Sidney Powell, cooked up a scheme so on J6, Trump would illegally become president. And the only reason it didn't happen is because Mike Pence had enough of a backbone to go through with it. He absolutely hates democracy. It's pretty obvious.
Will you give me receipts for that, friendo?
Yeah, we can put up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, give me some receipts.
Actually, I don't have Here, give me a second.
Oh, you don't have it. How fortunate.
No,
so
I don't have a screen share set up on my end.
Let's move on to topic 2 then. If you're gonna puss out.
No, I said I don't have a screen share pulled up on this.
Well, if you can't show it, then I guess you got to concede that point, right? By your logic.
I need to show
it. That's what you said a while ago. You got to concede the point.
Huh?
Concede.
No.
Y'all, let's just concede that point and then move on.
Yeah. No. What I wanted to say is I don't have a screen share. I don't have a screen share set up. Give me a minute while I set up my screen share. Okay.
Friendo. Let's move on to topic 2 because that's the one I'm more interested in.
I want to pull up sources. I want to go through this. You not want to pull up sources?
All right, give me the sauce.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't have a screen share set up, so it's gonna take. Just give me a sec.
I'll
make a new one. We'll select Chrome. Yeah, we'll just do that. I don't like that.
Gotta make it as small as possible, right?
Well, I don't want to block my face out.
Hey, we're not gonna be missing much if you do that.
I preferably wouldn't block my face out.
So... Wait, you think you got pretty face? buddy boy?
No, it's a TikTok algorithm. So let me find it here. Based. Okay. Here's the Eastman memo. Okay, so do you do you know what the Eastman memo is, or
Wait, would you
should I
do
explain it to
me
you? Huh?
do me a solid? I said I'm cooking. What website is this?
What website? It's a
Yeah.
PDF.
Well,
It's not really a website.
what's your source?
Jack Smith indictment.
Go on.
Okay, so I don't know how visible this is because this is a new setup. It's not visible at all. It looks really bad actually. So no, I'll just cover my face up. So hopefully you guys can see it better. So this is the Jack Smith indictment, right? And this is the Eastman memo. The Eastman memo is a memo from Trump's lawyer John Eastman to about how he wants Donald Trump to break the ECA or Vice President Mike Pence to break the ECA on January 6th to legally make Donald
Don't
Trump.
paraphrase. I want you to read it verbatim if you can give me a source.
Yeah, section 2 right here when it says when he gets to Arizona, he announces that he has multiple slates of electors, and so is going to defer a decision on that until the finishing in other states. This would be the first break of the procedure set out by the act. The act he's talking about is the ECA. It literally says in the memo that he wants.
Wait, so you're saying to defer the decision until the other states are counted?
Yes, that's against the Electoral Count Act. That's illegal.
All right, well, go on, buddy.
At the end, he announces that because of ongoing disputes in 7 states, there are no electors that can be deemed validly appointed in those states, and that means the total number of electors appointed. The language of the 12th Amendment is 454. This reading of the 12th Amendment has also been advanced by Harvard Law professor Lawrence Tribe here. The majority of the electors appointed, therefore, be 228. There, at this point, 232 votes for Trump, 222 votes for Biden. Pence then gavels President Trump as reelected.
Okay, so you're saying that he wanted to defer it until everything was counted so that we would make sure that it was counted correctly.
No,
right?
That's not what's happening here. So,
okay, well then explain it to me since I'm retarded.
So I'm gonna have to drop you for that.
Okay, sure. That's why.
You can come back up. I just need to drop you.
I'm sure
now.
All right, well, go on and explain it to me.
Yeah, so when he's saying, the multiple slates of electors, so there are 2 slates of electors that he's talking about. So one is the officially appointed electors by the states, and the other slate of electors is the fake slate of electors, the fake slate of electors that he and Donald Trump had previously set up legally, also against state and electoral laws.
What you mean by fake slate of electors?
So a fake slate of electors is a fake slate of electors who are purporting to be the officially appointed electors of a state, but aren't the officially appointed electors of the state.
Okay, well, explain to me like I'm a silly Billy.
So So here's how. So the election works like this. So each party will nominate a certain slate of electors, right? Whichever candidate to vote for a certain candidate, whichever candidate gets the most votes, all those electors will then be that state's appointed set of electors who get to vote in the actual election, or those are the electors that get to be counted on January 6th. Right? Those will become the appointed electors. What John Eastman and Donald Trump did is that they said, okay, well, since we lost in all these swing states, we lost in all these swing states. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make fake slates of electors, pretend that we are the officially appointed electors of the states, meaning that they actually won their case, right? Or they actually won the election there, and we're gonna submit those on January 6th. And then Mike Pence will use those and say, hey, I have 2 conflicting slates of electors here, the real ones from the state and our fake ones, because they're pretending to be the official electors of the state. And then Mike Pence will use as an excuse to unilaterally throw out real electors.
So you're saying Mike Pence going to use it as an excuse, but Mike Pence pulled a 360 go F yourself to Trump on that day.
Yes, so exactly. Because what happened is that Donald exactly because Mike Pence's legal team and Mike Pence himself said, this thing you're asking me to do is completely illegal and against the ECA. I'm not going to do it. Fuck you. He had a backbone. He stood up to Donald Trump.
Well, to me, this sounds like you're saying, technically this was said.
It's not technically this. He literally tried to do it. There's no technically here.
Where is the evidence that they made these fake electors?
Okay, I'll bring them up right here.
Do it.
Actually, here are the fake electors themselves. If we can, I'll zoom in.
Because I mean, this sounds like a pretty serious crime.
This is
Was
a serious
anyone
crime. He was indicted for it. You bet.
No. Let me finish my question, please. Was anybody convicted for this?
Nobody was convicted, unfortunately.
So, like, why? You know, it's because like after 2020, you know, they started going after Trump with everything they could. If this had a solid basis in reality, why did they not get him for this? Why was he not convicted?
Yeah. So there's two reasons. One, there was a Trump immunity case, right? Or Trump.
But he wasn't the president anymore.
No, he wasn't the president anymore. So Trump basically, the Supreme Court basically ruled that Trump had broad immunity for all official acts, and since all official acts, even those official acts were in violation of the law. So Jack Smith, the person who was bringing these indictments against Donald Trump, had to completely rewrite his entire indictment because of that ruling. And then after that, because Merrick Garland, the AG, had delayed the prosecution of Donald Trump because he didn't want to make it look like it was politically motivated, or he didn't want it to be perceived as being
Wait, you're saying they didn't want to be perceived as politically motivated when they slapped him with 34 bullshit felonies?
Oh my gosh! Okay, your nice pivot. Okay, let's try and stick on subject, right?
No. That's what I'm saying.
No, we're not talking about that. Stop pivoting. Stop pivoting.
Pussyfooting around this because
you're
like,
holy shit, my neck hurts from that one. Holy shit.
Wait, dumb. The felonies were not from the DOJ, it was from the state. We're talking about Merrick Garland.
It doesn't
matter. There's no point talking about that because it's a complete
Democratic actor.
Dumb. We are talking about federal indictments. Merrick Garland is a federal agent.
Why didn't he get indicted for this one then, buddy?
I'm telling you why he wasn't convicted because it's the question you asked, okay? So Merrick Garland delayed the prosecution for about a year or two after Biden became president, and because of that, by the time the indictment was actually starting to get to trial, Donald Trump got elected president, and because the DOJ has a precedent that they don't indict sitting presidents, they had to throw out the indictment. And
this sounds like a cope to me.
It's not a cope. That's exactly what happened.
This sounds like a cope.
There's no cope. They didn't dismiss it on the merits. You understand that, right?
I mean, if you want to cope, that's perfectly fine.
They didn't dismiss the indictment on the merits.
So, like I said at the beginning of this live, let's move on to topic 2.
No, wait. Can you concede to any? Wait. What have I said that's been wrong? What have I said that's been wrong?
Buddy, most of it, buddy.
Okay, specifically what have I said that's wrong? Specifically, what have I said that is wrong?
You're not winning me over on this one, so let's move on to topic 2.
I know you're actually incapable of listening to anything I said or any of the evidence that was brought to the table here. I showed you the fake electors. I showed you the Eastman memo. I told you exactly how the Electoral College works. I told you exactly what Trump's illegal scheme to make himself president was, because he didn't actually correct the democratic system as a country. He fucking hates democracy. He just wants to get himself in power. And your entire thing is, well, I don't believe it. Well, that's just a cope, bro. Explain to me, why is it a cope? What have I said that's wrong?
What you said was wrong is it's just people talking about fucking bullshit, dude.
What did I say that was wrong?
Specifically
tell me what I said that was wrong.
What you said was wrong is you're using a source that said Trump did a thing and he wasn't convicted for doing it. And like, I'm just not buying it if there wasn't a conviction, because in the Biden DOJ, he would have gotten fucked for that if that was a true thing. But you're saying, no, Merrick Garland is a fucking spineless fucking coward. Like, it's
dumb. Can you explain to me what Jack Smith told the judge to dismiss the case?
Can you explain to me where the fuck your stupid accent's from, buddy?
What a great argument right there.
But yeah, host.
So I
wanted to talk about topic 2.
No, okay, so dumb. Just real quick.
And you refused to move on.
Wait, dumb. Do you think that Hunter Biden illegally sent kickbacks to Joe Biden from Ukraine with the whole?
Yeah, he's the big guy. He was working for Burisma.
You know Biden was never convicted on anything, right?
Yeah, just because he wasn't convicted.
Okay, so you agree with me? You can have you can obviously have beliefs outside of a legal system or something.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is
okay.
I believe.
So I don't know why you would bring up conviction when you know. Okay, so I don't know why you would bring up him not being convicted on it. Wait, dumb.
Points, but you're only calling me out for disagreeing.
Dumb.
On what
why
you're
would
saying.
you bring up? Wait, dumb. Why would you say he wasn't convicted on it when
you're literally aware of the Burisma scandal and you're trying to be like, haha, gotcha, but it's just like
because it's super fucking dumb to say in one scenario I think that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden did something illegal, but there isn't a conviction. And in another scenario, you're like, well, it wasn't conviction. I can only say if it's conviction.
Scratch. What's my name? What's
Dumb.
my name? Exactly. You said I'm dumb for thinking that.
Yes.
Look at my name, buddy boy.